I'm shooting this video. It's just about Christmas time. Thank you guys very much for getting on to this section of your online marketing training. Literally, we're going to start getting into content creation. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I didn't plan on this video. I didn't really put together anything, on paper or anything that I was going to talk about. I wanted to shoot from the hip because I know a lot about what it takes to actually find success online. I found success online. And you know what? You're here because I found that success online, and you want to learn how to do this. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Right now, one of the biggest reasons, probably the biggest reason of all, for people failing online is not just going out from system to system and program to program and buying incomplete training system after incomplete training system, or not being able to sit there and have anybody to connect with to really get those questions answered. As a matter of fact, I really hate to say this, but it's absolutely true. For a long time when you're looking online at these different opportunities and programs and everything else out here, what do you see? Oh, it's fully automated magic trick of a system that just created $30,000 on ClickBank. Here's the deal, guys. For the people that have made $30,000 overnight or in 30 days or within 2 months or whatever it was, I'll tell you what, they worked very hard for months before that to literally build their traffic. And how did they do this? Content creation, creating the content, creating the sites, creating the pages, creating the posts, creating the videos. The biggest reason for failure, guys, the biggest reason for failure here is simply this one word. Lazy. As a matter of fact, it's happened with me, guys. I've worked with people, I'm not kidding, who sat there and tried to find every route that they could possibly find around doing one thing, and that is sitting down on their cam for a view and just creating content. That was it. I'm not kidding. That was it. It's not that hard. As a matter of fact, once you get through this training system here, I'm not kidding, you should be able to create, not kidding, a piece of content that includes a post, an article, and a video in no more than 35 to 45 minutes, depending on what that piece of content is about. I'm not kidding. Some pieces of content that you create here, guys, is going to be a little bit longer than most. You really want to get in there and give them some good information on that particular piece. When it comes down to doing things like reviews, and you're going to learn about reverse marketing is absolutely wonderful, especially if you're part of the network marketing or affiliate marketing industry. Reverse marketing is great. It's a great thing to do. But I'm going to tell you this, if you're writing out good, solid informational pieces, maybe you're in the real estate industry, insurance industry, maybe you have your own bricks and mortar business on Main Street, and the thing is that you really want to create a good, solid piece of content, it still should not take you more than 35 to 45 minutes to sit there and create a good, solid piece of content. It doesn't. And just this one piece of content will actually contain all of this for just one piece of content. Not kidding, because how is this going to work for you? Well, first off, you're going to create that post. What is that post going to be? It's also going to be an article. You can submit it to an article submission site. What else are you going to do? That's right. You're going to actually make a video, and you're going to post that video up here on your post, in your website originally, on that post, on that page, whatever it is. You can literally sit there and put that video on there. Now, guys, when I'm going through the content creation in this intro video, I'm actually going to give you a really killer strategy. I'm not kidding, and I want you to pay attention to this. A really killer strategy that I use to sit there and get myself on that front page about 80% of the time. Not just once, but a lot of the times, 2 times or even more. Not kidding. Now, content. What I do want to do right now, before I give you this really cool strategy that I use, is that I really want to just kick it into your skull that you have to sit down and create content. Even if it's just one piece of content today, guys, is it really one piece of content? No. You've got your post, you've got your article, you've got your video. How many pieces of content about that particular subject do you have? That's right, 3 pieces of content. Now, guys, if you did one of these every single day, that's right, multiplied that thing out by 30, that's These things are different platforms, although they're connected. Doesn't matter. It's still three pieces of different content. And the thing is that every month you're going to be putting out what? 90 pieces of content just from sitting down for about 35 to 45 minutes a day. Guys, you start hitting this level right here in that first month, I'll tell you what, traffic does not cease. Traffic only gets more and more and more as you go on. The next month, what are you going to have? That's right, 180 pieces of content, guys. Remember, being online and doing your marketing here, it's a numbers game just like anything else. Real estate agents, insurance agents, let's talk about network marketers, affiliate marketers. What do we know about numbers games? That's right, 1 in 10, 1 in 10. And that's the thing, guys, it's still a numbers game with content as well. It's a numbers game with content. Probably 1 out of every 10 pieces of content that you create is going to have actually get a really good amount of traffic. I've seen traffic to simple little articles that I created in about 15 to 20 minutes have more than 16,000 people hit that thing in a 12-month period. Now it's a 12-month period, but start thinking about it. 16,000 in 12 months, that's more than 1,000 hits every single month. 1 in 10. Start thinking about it. What is the product and service I'm selling? Didn't really matter. The thing is that if I'm hitting 1 out of 10, guess what? I don't care if I made $50. That's how it happened for me, guys. It just happened that I created this one little piece of content, and the other 9 get traffic. They still get traffic. They do fairly well. But this one piece right here did extremely well. That's awesome. So remember, keep creating the content. It doesn't take that long. It takes 35 to 45 minutes to sit there and create a piece of content that drives traffic to you 365 days a year, every single hour, every single minute of the day. And literally, guys, doesn't cost you anything. It costs you 35 minutes of your time to create, period. Now, let's go over that strategy that I was talking about. This is something I want you to practice every single time. I'm not kidding. I want you to practice this every single time. First off, I want you to go out and I want you to create that post within your website. Okay? You're going to create that post in your website. Plus, what I want you to do is I want you to take that post and I want you to submit it to at least 1 article submission site. Not 2, not 3, not 4. I don't want any sort of, getting caught up with Copyscape and getting caught up with all of this, this is similar content out here. The thing is that if you actually take your post and put it into just 1 article submission site, Google's not going to ding you for that. They've never dinged me at all, ever, for it. But the thing is that I take it over to eZine or ArticleBase or PRlog or PRWeb or something, and I just put it in the one place. And the thing is that it actually does kind of tie into my post. Why? Because I'm the original author. It's my name on it. It's my name on it. It's my link. The same links that's sitting at the bottom of this article is sitting in that post as well. So this is actually going to kind of help out a little bit. Now, the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to make a video of that particular post. Okay? But here's the deal with the video. Now, we got our post plus our article plus our video. Now, you're going to make your post, make your article, make your video. I've got something special that I want you to do with this video. Okay? This is something that I've done every single time, and 80% of the time it has worked for me. To be on page 1, not only once, but actually 2 times, almost 80% of the time, with a link to my post and to my video. What I want you to do every single time, you take your video to YouTube. Okay? Now this YouTube video, I want that one to be the one that goes on your post. Okay? So you put that one on your post every single time. But we're not done, guys. We're not done. I want you to take the same video. Now what I want you to do is this. This post of this YouTube video are going to share the exact same title. Okay? So we're going to put same title equals your YouTube and your post. Alright? Now, what I want you to do then is I want you to go to Dailymotion. I want you to go to Dailymotion. And then I want you to go over to, say, MetaCafe. You can go right through your video marketing training here. You're going to understand what I'm doing here. What I want you to do then is I want you to actually change the title just a little bit. I want you to add or subtract from the title any keywords or words that you have in there, okay? So let's do for an example real quick. Let's do an example. Let's say that I have a piece of content that is how to get local business citations. That's what it's called. What I'm going to do now is if I put that on here on my post in my YouTube, and they share the same title, I can come down here and say, how to get, up here it says, how to get local business citations. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to actually put how to get local business citations online. I'm going to add a word, guys. I'm going to add a word. Or what I can do is sit there and subtract some different words. I could sit there and just take off these two words right here, get just local citations online. I mean, I can just sit there and mess with it. But the thing is, what I want you to do is just kind of add and subtract from that actual title inside of these videos right here, okay? This is something that's very simple. I've been using that. I've never seen anybody teach this or train this anywhere before. I haven't. This is something that I just started doing one day, and I just started noticing that things were getting ranked so quickly, so effectively and sticky. And so I just kept practicing it over and over and over, and that's what I did. So that's what I want you guys to sit there and do. Now, I want to get back to content creation and this introduction here. Guys, seriously, one of the biggest reasons that I've seen people fail online is because they just didn't create the content. They didn't create the content. Down here, you're going to learn how to sit there and put a piece of content together, how to hyperlink and anchor tags, contextual linking. You're going to learn all these different things down here, how to sit there and put together a good, solid piece of content. I'm also going to give you some SEO instructions, some search engine optimization, talk a little bit more about Google and how they work and how they're looking at your content. The one thing that I want you to remember also, when you're creating a piece of content and you're all worried about your search engine optimization and everything else, I don't want you worrying about the mighty Google. I don't. I want you to worry about creating that piece of content for the traffic that will see it. Because if you do this one little magic thing right here and focus on these people right here, you're going to find out that you make these people extremely happy. Their business is search. Their business is search, and the end results need to be what? Solid and informative. That's it. We just need to create a better answer for the questions that are already there. That's all we have to do. So remember that, guys. You're not creating your content for Google. They're not buying your products or your services at all. These guys are. You create your content for them, period. Anyways, thank you guys very much for getting on this training. We'll see you on the next one, and no matter what, God bless.